Hello and welcome to the December 2024 edition of SPS Global Insights Report, intended to inform you of critical incidents around the world relating to kidnap, ransom, extortion and piracy. For our end-of-year KRE summary, we this time take a holistic view of the globe, looking at the Americas, Africa and Asia-Pacific regions. This edition will explore the events of the past year and the future trajectory of kidnapping in those regions. To begin, we look to the Americas, where a negative feedback loop endures as political instability, irregular migration, and criminality all contribute to the ongoing high kidnapping and extortion risk. Criminal violence still costs Latin America an astonishing 3.5% of its regional GDP. Political instabilities resulted in an increase in irregular migration across the continent. The kidnapping of irregular migrants for trafficking or ransom is a valuable source of money for organised criminal groups. In March 2024, 246 migrants were reported missing or dead across the Americas, the largest number for a single month since data gathering began more than a decade ago. This year's migration surge has fueled the expansion of international criminal networks, perpetuating the risk of kidnapping and extortion. As we move through 2025, competing solutions to the threat landscape are being touted by policymakers in the Americas. These typically align with either isolationist or internationalist programs. The lack of a continental consensus on policy is likely to undermine collective success, leading to a continuing challenge with criminality and a remaining elevated KRE risk. Next, we move to Africa, where the high-risk KRE environment remains deeply tied to widespread political unrest and security challenges. More so than anywhere else in the world, Africa sees KRE risks stem from a wide variety of threat actors, ranging from Islamist terrorism, lone criminal actors, multinational human traffickers, communal militias, and state actors. South Africa remains the global hotspot for kidnapping cases, with over 51 reported daily. Similar criminal threats plague nations such as Nigeria, where between July 2023 and June 2024, there were no fewer than 7,568 people abducted across the country. These threats are compounded by the actions of Islamist extremists, with more than 2,000 kidnapping incidents being recorded between 2017 and April 2024 across Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Most Islamist groups use kidnappings to fund operations, control territories, and destabilize regions. Though largely targeting locals, foreign nationals also face severe risks and high ransom demands should they be kidnapped. As we move through 2025, persistent deep socioeconomic challenges will drive terrorist and criminal recruitment, likely exacerbating the KRE threat landscape as a multitude of threat actors remain and often overwhelm government capacity. Finally, looking to Asia-Pacific, we see a similar broad array of criminal, terrorist and state threat actors. Significant geopolitical tensions between the West and China continue to drive heightened tensions and risks to Western nationals in the region. Under the guise of restrictive national security laws, governments continue to unlawfully detain citizens, including, on occasion, Western business people. Away from the state, concerns stem from the rising actions of terrorist organizations in Pakistan. When compared with the previous year, Pakistan saw the number of terrorist attacks increase by 34% from 365 to 490 attacks. Groups responsible often also conduct kidnappings to finance their operations and will continue to pose a growing concern. Finally, in the remote island nations of the Philippines and Papua New Guinea, the proliferation of armed gangs and bandits remains a concern that drives infrequent yet high-profile kidnappings of foreign nationals. Groups in the area have a long history of detaining unprepared foreign nationals and will continue to exploit such opportunities for large ransom demands. We hope our SPS Global Insights report has been of value and urge you to read the full report for a comprehensive overview of the SPS kidnapping, piracy and ransom bulletin. We wish you a peaceful Christmas and we'll be back in January 2025 for more SPS Global Insights reports.